Today we're going to talk about QD-OLED display technology and specifically why using two of these displays is better than using one Apple Studio display. And there are definitely reasons beyond just the price of it. For one, using two of these displays, especially this Alienware variant, creates an immersive curved display that wraps around you. They act as one display since they are exactly the same resolution times 2, which is 4K, and you're also getting the benefit of 240 Hertz. And so right away you're getting a lot more pixels wrapped around you in a much larger display canvas for creative work. This display's been around for a little bit. The newest technology that you can buy right now in terms of display technology, arguably QD-OLED is the best display technology, and not only just for gaming, since that is exactly why this was created, but really for creative work as well. But then when you look at the Apple Studio display, that is a phenomenal display, which comes actually with a built-in webcam with center stage. So that is one reason to consider the Apple Studio display. Unfortunately, the Apple Studio display uses older IPS technology, which requires a backlight. This means that you're going to lose out on contrast, you're going to lose out on several different things compared to QD-OLED in terms of pixel response and refresh rate as well. But you can't argue with the 5K resolution on the Apple Studio display. That part is definitely stunning. Looking back at this specific Alienware monitor, it's got absolutely gorgeous P3 color out of the box. And once you calibrate it, it's actually one of the best displays to use for content creation, graphic design, and video production. Paired with a MacBook Pro or whatever Mac you have, it's going to be a beast. And in terms of price, you can get two of these for $17.98 right now. Whereas with the Apple Studio display, if you spec out the one that really should compare, which is the one with tilt and height adjustment, you're looking at $2,000 plus Apple Care, so you're at $2,148. And I compare that because Alienware/Dell gives you a 3-year warranty already, which is a phenomenal warranty that covers burn-in, and it covers most things that you may have an issue with the display. So essentially it's like you're getting free Apple Care from Dell. And the fact that you can get two of these right now for $8.99 each brand new is very compelling. As you can see, using both of these for content creation, graphic design, photography, video production, whatever your creative desires are, it is a stunning combo when used perfectly together like this. And I actually ditched the original stands and I bought these VESA stands. I'll leave a link down below in the description for these specific stands, which I think look a lot better for at least my use case. And once you calibrate these perfectly together for graphic design and photography, it's great to have two displays perfectly calibrated so you can do an A and B comparison for photography, or have a much larger canvas for video production where you're going to use Davinci Resolve with two displays, which is way more effective than using one tiny 27-inch display from Apple. Yes, because these are 32 inches 4K times 2. So when you put both of these together with whatever Mac you're using, you're getting a whole lot of quality in terms of the color accuracy and the specs that you're getting. You're able to run these at 240 Hertz, both of them at the same time, connected to Apple Silicon. The colors on these just pop out of the box, but like I said, you're gonna set these to display P3 in the monitor menu, and then you can run a calibration on that, or you can just run it from the default out of the box display P3 color profile, and it's going to be pretty close. The pixel density on these is not going to be as good as the Apple Studio display, but the QD-OLED technology pixel layout this size is actually very forgiving considering that. And in my use case, having a QD-OLED display at this size, 32 at 4K, next to the Apple Studio display, yeah, I mean, the Apple Studio display will look sharper at 5K, but I have to say this 4K resolution with this specific pixel layout of QD-OLED is actually not that bad at all, and I'm really appreciative of that. The fact that it actually looks pretty sharp, and compared to the 5K display, it looks really good. Now, there is a 27-inch 4K version of QD-OLED that will be coming out, or has come out, but it's not available to the public yet. But that will be even more compelling to compare to the Apple Studio display. And like I said, having both of these, being able to have these wrap around you for content creation is such a winning combo in my opinion. The fact that you can get both of these together, actually less than the price of that Apple Studio display that I mentioned earlier, is pretty awesome. Now, for those of you that do any kind of fluid motion design, if you're in the UX or UI design fields, this is a great way to go, since that 240 hertz, when you lock that 240 hertz in with a Mac, you're going to get much more fluid motion with UI elements that are dynamic and moving. Anything with motion or video or animation will look a lot smoother as well. I have to say, going back and forth between this and the Apple Studio display, when you're on the Apple Studio display, it just doesn't feel as fluid and smooth and responsive as these QD-OLED monitors. When you're getting into the field of content creation, you want a display that's not only color accurate, and that gives you the full gamut of colors that are represented for design and content creation. If you can also have it so that it has fluid motion with a really good response time, the fact that these have 0.01 millisecond response time is so compelling. QD-OLED is just better. It's better for color reproduction, and it makes it ideal for tasks requiring high color fidelity, such as professional video editing, content creating, and gaming. The viewing angles also of QD-OLED is going to be better. It maintains consistent brightness and color accuracy even at extreme viewing angles, whereas IPS does have good viewing angles, but it still suffers from some color shifting and reducing contrast at oblique angles, and that is why QD-OLED is better. They just provide more uniform image quality from any angle, making them superior for group viewing for multiple monitor setups. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. This was just a quick video to share my thoughts on why having dual QD-OLED displays is way more exciting and not only economical, but provides more benefit for you as the end user. Instead of dropping all of that money on that Apple Studio display, consider instead buying 2 of these awesome QD-OLED monitors from Dell. I'll leave a link down below for these awesome displays. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up if you like today's content, and ring that bell to get notified when I drop new content, and I'll see all of you guys on my next video.